Okay, and it looks like we should be starting soon. So, waiting for the race. I will be trying to keep an eye on chat, but I apologize if I'm not able to do this, and I'm also adminning the match and the only commentary, so here we go. So just to say, our racers started running at around the same time. This should be a very close race. Hopefully we have a good one. Good luck, have fun to our racers. So. Looks like we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off. So again, the game starts off in the ship. You have a very simple objective to just go investigate the thing. And the hardest part of this is definitely movement. There's not going to be much combat. But coming up soon will be a section that you can lose a surprising amount of time in climbing this hallway column. See how they approach it. Looks like Shmayd is doing some wall jumps and Flashfrost doing the same thing. Not too much of a difference. So, yep. And again, if you think I like to talk, you get to find out about Adam, who really likes to talk. The runners are running in Japanese because this makes Adam talk less, or Adam's text boxes to be shorter. So here we go. And there's the first Hornode. They kill it and leave. And we're on to see Adam talk some more. So, at some point there will be actual gameplay happening, but right now it's just watching cutscenes. Up next, Adam is going to ask them to go download the missiles. So, unlike in real life where you can't download more RAM, here you do get to download actual weapons. And yeah, so again, climbing, which can be deceptively difficult if you've never played this game. One difference between this and Zero Mission is that you do get to grab things without an upgrade. That is inexplicably required in Zero Mission. Here, yet again, more added. So, Adam is now telling us to go to what will be where the final boss, or the second to last boss of the game is, but he doesn't know that yet. So, again, the start of this is very slow, but should be picking up pace eventually. And so here comes them downloading the missile. So now, unfortunately, the way back is broken and they're going to need to do something else, but what it is, Adam is about to tell them about this, and so they're going to go investigate where there's been some disturbances, which is to say they're going to fight the first boss of the game and get the morph ball. Missiles being used immediately to open the door. This is where they now go get a couple power-ups out of the way. These are almost too fast to not get. There's missile tanks there and there. still no divergence between this and Hundo. Coming soon. Here's the first big luck moment. See how many I-beams they get. Both so far at 1. Both so far at 2. And there's actually no divergence in the I-beams there. Both got 2 I-beams, so that's always nice to see when luck doesn't favor either runner. Here comes the first buff. See how quickly you can get it. Flash got a 1 cycle, but Shmayd didn't. Now we're going to look for doubles from Flash. I didn't catch if he got any, but fairly clean boss from both of them. We now both have the morph ball. And now the game starts proper, where they get to go into the sectors. So, nice fact that you learn in the speedrun of how not to have to use the ladder over there. And see how far they are from an out of the app section. So up next is going to be Sector 1, where they're going to have to clear out the 5 air purifiers that are not purifying air. So instead of polluting it, so let's see some luck here. Again, another missile tank that's almost too fast to not get. Watch as they go down, and we see the first appearance of the SAX. And I really wish that super missiles could be used to do this in the game, but as it is, you can only open actual doors, not break open walls. Now we get to the ominous part of the elevator. It doesn't seem to serve any purpose. Before we get down into the sector thing. And we're now stuck here because of the SAX decision. And here is, I think, the last Adam Yap session for a bit. It will be... This is where Adam explains that Samus needs to clear out all of the air purifiers. Yes, indeed. If SAX did not download the missiles, but instead actually had them for real, so that's why SAX can break stuff as opposed to just open doors. So this is the first air purifier, and again you do basically the intended thing here. You just line up, fire a couple missiles, and done. There's another E-tank that's not too out of the way, but it looks like Flash got it and Shmayd didn't. So Shmayd is in the lead, but taking a bit more risk. So okay, sorry, I had to adjust the audio a little bit. Again, looks like it was clear. There will be some interesting non-intended methods of clearing the purifiers coming up, but for now they're fairly robustly designed. Yet again, the main villain of this game, Wall, strikes again. something that little kid RPG would be surprised about, but no, not that you don't need to actually go. You can go through the water. Shmayd just seems to have gotten 0 lasers, so let's see if Flash gets 1, 2. Also missed a double, so that's 3. And 3 lasers with a missed double, while Shmayd already has gotten the charge beam. So the charge beam has a nice thing, if you haven't seen a run of this before, where there's the flash that does damage. So if you're really close to an enemy and you release it in the enemy, like he did in the Purifier, it does a lot of damage. That is much faster. So you can see the here, and there will no longer be multiple needs for multiple non-eye openings. We're just going to need 1 from now on, hopefully. Again, Shmayd jumping into the Purifier to do a super large amount of damage. And heading back to talk to everyone's favorite computer. So, Flash is just wrapping up the Purifier and using the intended strat of just firing a bunch of missiles. And so, yep, Shmayd's a little bit in the lead. But again, there's still a lot of race left. So. Moving on to Sector 2, where you're going to have to open up some more doors so you can access more of the game. And there may or may not be a hidden downside of allowing Samus to access more of the game. But we'll find that out soon enough. Again, this is the tropical sector, Tro. This is meant to emulate as a tropical paradise or what have you. And we'll see. This is where Samus learns what the player has known for a while about the SAX. So the instruction is to get more powerful to deal with the SAX. There's a data room that has access to more fall bomb. Here we go. Yeah, Flash being shocked at the visage of the SAX. So here we see some friendly caterpillars. If I know anything about caterpillars, they're going to be caterpillars for the rest of the game and nothing is going to change about them. And again, a very nice climb by Shmayd to unlock level 2 door. Been very crisp movement, I think, from both runners in the sector. And now on to the data room. As Flash heads over to unlock level 2 doors himself. Oh no! I guess the caterpillar's really hurt. That took out 45 health. Man. Here's Flash downloading bombs. So, Shmayd downloading bombs. Now we'll see how. Now he just needs to go back the way he came and move on to the next sector. Or not. He needs to go back a completely different route and eventually get to the next sector. standard thing in Metroidvanias is Metroid games of using bombs to jump. Also using bombs to blow up bombable blocks. See how... It's Flash getting the bad news that it's going to have to go the long way. The completionist in me is like, why are they skipping all the items? But of course, they're really good at this game and do not need to get all the items to clear the game. So, on to the other part of Sector 2. The green hidden part. Coming up to another major RNG part of the run with the upcoming boss. Where there's going to be, the boss is going to jump a lot. So 0 I-beams for Shmayd. So the way this works is that for the first few ones, the boss will jump between 1 to 4 times, and there's nothing you can do to control it. So that's 1. You can only do a certain amount of damage, so you just do that much damage. There's no point in unloading extra missiles into him. So that's a 4 jump, which is worst possible. Up next, the last one of the RNG jumps. And now the boss is dead, and we're on to the 4x part. Nice doubles. Let's see how Flash does with RNG. So it's 1, 4, and 1 for Shmayd. So that's similar start. 1. 2. 1, 3. And 2, 3, 4. So Flash got 2 more jumps. But yeah. This has actually been a pretty lucky run. Now, there is a skip. You can get past this SAX fight, this SAX scene, without, doing anything. But in a race situation, I definitely wouldn't recommend doing so. That's something which you do in PBs because it's a reset if you don't do it, if you miss it. So. And now we're back to the main lobby. So. Yeah, Flash is also being nice and responsible. No blame either runner for this decision. I think in a race, saves like a couple seconds and loses the race if you miss it. So it is what it is. The cowards. Absolute cowards, yeah, no. So now we're onto the aquatic sector, where they need to fight Ceres, one of the last remaining non-X-infected life forms on the space station. We'll see how. We'll see how this goes. Again, for now, the water is raised to a level where it's above a bunch of open electrical wires, and if you ask me why there's a bunch of open electrical wires in the aquatic section, well, that's a very good question. Anyways, they move on. It's going to move through. Now, when I was a kid, I thought that this electrified water was just death, but it's only a slow damage over time, and for speedrunning, it's not. The bigger thing is that it's slow because it's water, not because it's damaging because it's electrified water. So just, again, going much faster than the intended strat there. Here we go. So, breaking through the save room, should be coming up to the tank where Ceres is, and this is apparently the tank where Ceres isn't. Again, 0 beams. That's been one heck of a run. So, this is where Ceres actually is. It's deterministic where Ceres stops the first time, and that's why Shmayd went all the way up there. Now, I'm just trying to lucky ball. Flashes. Yes, and there we go. So, nice clean fight. See how many beams Flash gets? One beam? Okay, 1 beam. Honestly, it's been pretty impressive to see not too many eye beams, all things considered. It can be up to 3 or 4, so getting 0 or 1 on most rounds is very nice. So Flash got the 2 cycles, something that Shmayd didn't. Impressive Flash. And now both runners have the speed booster, which is great because you get to go fast. Flash is not necessarily unhappy, but not happy with how that went. So, one of the nice things you can do here is save the speed boost. Save the speed boost and shine spark into the wall to not have to go around a long path. See if Flash gets that. Ooh, a little too high for that. If you shine spark at the right height, you get through all this without having to set it up. So it goes. So this room highlights a mechanic that comes up where you kill one X and it populates a new enemy another place in the room. You have to do that a couple more times. It's like Flash also stored the shine spark, so let's see if he gets to. Yep. He gets the long spark. Which is probably actually not helpful. He'd much rather bonk it earlier so that he can get the build up speed beforehand. So he goes, let's see if he gets the low height. And he did! So that saves time. It's a nice little time save of not having to build up speed in other parts of the route. So now we're going to Sector 3. See how this goes. This is the heated sector, and there will be several heated rooms in there that the runners are advised not to go into because, you know, they're heated. But, you know, I'm not their boss, they can do whatever they want. So that's a nice shine spark. That's a nice not Flashfrost, speed boost that gets you through quite a bit of this room. Nice saving of the speed boost there to very quickly get into the security room of the green doors. Let's see how Flash does on this. We'll see if either runner goes for 0% strats to avoid one missile tank. Looks like no. Yeah, it's possible to... There's a missile tank coming up that it's possible to avoid if you store a Shine Spark. There might be updated tech. This is what I remember back in the day, but this is the 1% missile, one of the hardest missile tanks to avoid. And now, again, this is going to another data room. And we're going to download super missiles this time. And then head back to the ship where nothing goes wrong. I said where nothing goes wrong. The game didn't agree with me, so now we get to fight a box. And that's another data room rendered inaccessible. The intended way to fight this boss is to go over to the ladder, or go over to the rungs and hide on the rungs, but that's slow. And the intended way to climb that is to just climb that inside after everything falls. But see if Flash did not get the Shine Spark. Now it's Flash's turn to fight the boss. So it goes for him. A nice two cycles, so nice and fast for Flash as he now escapes Sector 3. So let's see. Looks like the other race going on at 3 just finished, so we now have a couple raiders. Hopefully it went well. Double check to see who that race was between. So yeah, Greggy and Radley Van. So there may or may not be spoilers in the chat if you want to watch that separately. Maybe don't read chat for a little bit. But now we're in Sector 6, the Nocturnal Sector, where there's Ice X that instead of healing Samus will hurt her. So. Ooh, it looks like there's some excitement with the Xbox fight, so curious to see how that went. So again, Samus is going to a data room, and as we know with data rooms, nothing bad ever happens when Samus goes to them. You can see the robots just lifting weights in the background. So, gotta get those bicep curls in. So there's the Blue X, they do 30 damage, and you can stun them by shooting them. Ooh, nice Shine Spark. one more E-Tank that's almost too slow to not get. Here's the SAX, and this time they will go for the SAX skip. So, SAX is actually needed here to power bomb this block, because the SAX learned how to like shoot a beam at a door and open it instead of destroying it with super missiles. Again, that's the end of the chase. Now we go, and we're almost at the data room with the ominous eye door that again gave zero I-beams. So this run is nothing if not blessed by Shmayd. Now there's not just Corex, but a Mega Corex, time to fight the overgrown beach ball. Against a normal sized beach ball, so here we are. Welcome to the worst suit in the game. Oh, at least Flash also got no I-beams. But yeah, here's the mustard suit. So hopefully this goes smoothly. Hopefully it goes smoothly for Flash. And he can get the hideous eyesore without too much trouble. Looks like Flash is also on pace. And there we go. Look, I like Varia too. I just don't like this particular iteration of the Varia suit. In addition to being this interesting shade of yellow, it has none of the cool shoulder pads I associate with the Varia suit. Nice little wall jump to save a little bit of time. Okay, so now we go to the so now we're going to Sector 5, which is now accessible to us because we have the Varia suit. So this is again a tour of destruction on the data rooms. See how this goes. Flash keeps on picking up a bunch of nice safety missiles. I think Shmayd has gained quite a bit of time by being a little bit safer, a little bit more aggressive in his item pickups. So. I cannot speak to whether or not that deboost was intentional. We had some more synchronous Adaming, where both runners are spending time talking to Adam. Great, Adam tells you to go to a place so you can talk to Adam some more. Okay, so this is the ice missiles, not the power bombs. I was mistaken. This is exactly, once you get used to the pattern of all the data rooms being destroyed once you access them, this one doesn't get destroyed. So. Time to make his way to the data room. But first, he needs to open level 3 doors. I'm sure that these completely harmless enemies mean absolutely nothing and they're never going to come up again. Here's the level 3 security room. You gotta open doors to the color of your shoes. So, looks like Greggy's now rated, so hope you enjoyed the race. And now that level 3 doors are open, essentially it took the loop and now is going back to the data. There's this rather awkward gate that prevents you from going backwards, so time to go out. Right side and come back. Yet again, jumping through enemies as they're forming. Another theme of not taking X's to set something else up. So this sets up the speed boost, then it's Shmayd leave the sector. And for the first time we had a data room that didn't get destroyed in a sector without a boss. So it seems that the cold kept away all the bosses. Please ignore that ominous shadow in the background. There don't seem to be any bosses in Sector 5. And now we have the emergency at Sector 3, or the emergency at Franker Z, as it's affectionately known. And because Adam needs to yap, even though this is extremely urgent, the timer doesn't start for a little bit. As important as it is that the station is melting down, it's also important that Adam says his bit to Summons. It's a guessing game we can play, so you can put your Franker Z's in the chat, or you can put your guesses as to what time what the final time will be when Shmayd resolves the emergency. My apologies. So instead of going up, you decide to go down in this shaft, and these are the Varyasu. You no longer take damage from these rooms. Must be a nice clean path out of there. So we got one prediction at 4:37:48. We'll see how this goes. We also nicely get a sense of how far ahead Shmayd is from Flash, and it looks like it's about 40 seconds. See how it goes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Trying to use the ice missiles to do a faster thing, and then one beam. Oh, ooh. 2, 3, 4. Oof. Oof. Oh, that stinks. But on the other hand, that gives Flash a chance to pick some time back up. So, now for the tricky core X's to get doubles on, because you don't just have to collide the missile with the core X, but actually have to get the eye. So, looks like a nice fight. Looks like Flash got up there quickly and got no I-beams, so. Again, a nice 2-cycle from Flash. So, moving on, we now come up to the most important question in Metroid speedrunning, which is, do we save or kill the animals? And opinions in chat are fully welcome on this. I vote we save only the baby Dakra. It's a compromise I'm fine with. So we'll see what Shmayd and Flash decide. Back up to the main deck. See how time goes. I think we will bypass one of the tantalizing early power bombs that you can get the power bomb. You can get the power bomb expansion, but this doesn't give you the power bombs. So, a game where I think they put in a lot of measures to prevent sequence breaking. They seem to work. You can store Shine Spark up there. You can blow up that X barrier and get a power bomb. Doesn't help run it. Very nice climb by Shmayd. Now, Shine Spark to get there, and he got it. So you managed to Shine Spark all the way up to the top, saving another climb. Now for an RNG moment. See how quickly the animals come out. Not great, but see how it goes for Flash. It's a Scaminal. So it looks like Flash also got the Shine Spark up, which is good to see. Again, the baby Dakra gave both runners problems, but yeah, I think we all agree with Flash there. I think now we're going back to Sector 5, this time to actually get the power bombs, not the first time. Another trip down the completely normal, not ominous at all section of the elevator. The nice thing about this trip is that you've already unlocked the level 3 doors, so you just get to go straight to the data room after talking to Adam. Shmayd's getting a nice missile tank. Let's see. So again, another totally not destroyed data room. Hopefully this one will just be not destroyed for the rest of the game, but another SAX. You're technically not supposed to do that, but supposed to be more patient, but that's not needed. Also, skipping that powerbomb tank because 10 is almost excessive. Very weird. This game gives you 74 power bombs. It doesn't feel at all needed. So. Teasing the SAX, yeah, shoot the wall. Who's back? And now it's back to the main deck after that one brief data room detour. So. Again, another uneventful pair of elevator rides before an uneventful walk back to your ship. Or maybe a little bit more eventful. Frozen Ridley statue that wasn't just a statue. Now the power's off on the ship, so none of the doors work. Shmayd blowing those up before fighting the ship to get one more power bomb back. See if Flash does the same. And yep, you need to turn on the emergency power before figuring out what's going wrong. And we're heading over to another boss fight. So this is, yep, another E-Tank that's almost harder to skip than to get. It's a good question. How did Ridley come back together? We don't really know. And then there's like a good question about what happened to Planet. How did Planet Zebes come back together? So, and one beam for Shmayd. Now the Yakuza fight. 2 cycles to this part, and then which I found infinitely hard when I was playing this as a kid, and still doesn't look easy. So here we go. Yeah, nice one round, and I hit Space Jump. 1 beam for Flash, 2 beams for Flash, 3 beams for Flash. Okay. Power's back on. So now you can talk to Adam remotely again, just what you need. See how Flash handles this? Okay, it looks like it's in the second phase of the fight. See if his Yakuza juggling is good. Doesn't look too bad. Another fun SAX sequence. And you're not supposed to do that, but faster to do that than to like do the intended thing of hide in the next room and wait for the SAX to leave. Now Shmayd's just exiting Sector 2, and all the caterpillars are definitely still caterpillars and not horrifying flying monsters. It's 1 beam, 2 beam, 2 beams, not too bad. Another fight where you can have just, again, shoot it till it dies and see how it goes. Looks pretty smooth. Now we get the plasma beam. Very impressive fight, very clean. And see if Flash can make the fight look that clean as well. So here we go. Now Shmayd actually gets to exit the sector. That was a shine spark. So Flash seems to also have gotten through this, so now he needs missile X's from the Core X. And so Adam is telling Shmayd to go back to Sector 5. It seems something interesting is happening there. Nice recovery from Flash to get the missile X's as needed. Oh no! I'm so sorry. The good news for Flash is that Shmayd also missed that shine sword, although not quite as dramatically. So here we are back in the totally normal Sector 5, where again nothing has been destroyed. This is what Sector 5 looked like before, right? So yeah, this is the beginning of the end in my view. This is where we now get to fight that giant floating shadow in the background. It's amazing how sluggish moving in water feels. Nice enemies hovering in nothing. 1 beam, 2 beam, red beam, oh, no blue beam. So now comes the nightmare fight. So that's a very satisfying shiny spark that Flash just got. So again, the first part of the fight uses missiles, but now the missiles work just fine. Shmayd gets to unload on Nightmare's head. That was a very nice Nightmare fight. That was extremely fast. It's been a very clean run by Shmayd, I think. Now we get a actually viewable suit by Shmayd, so let's see how Flash does with Nightmare. Not too bad in the Nightmare fight, so looks like. So now it's just a Corex fight while Flash goes to open level 4 doors. So now the red doors are open. See if Shmayd goes for a secret message. Now Flash is making his way back over to Sector 4. So Shmayd avoiding a missile tank that is very close to being easier to avoid than hit, and sadly we don't see any secret message from Shmayd and see a Flash pleases the fans by going for it. So if you're not aware, the secret message is that you can you can get to, I believe you can get to the navigation room without getting the diffusion missiles. Yeah. Now we're in the lock-in phase. So in many ways, the last phase of the run. So Shmayd is going to go Sector 6. And Flash is just making his way out. Again, no secret message. So. Here we are, down talking to Adam. Fight. Heading towards Xbox. Nice creative boss name. Let's see how the descent to yeah. So yeah, the secret message is much harder in Japanese for various reasons. Probably not race viable outside of in Japanese. So nice descent. First you cause a warning. Now, time to fight an Xbox.
Warning, no entry without authorization.
More electrifying water. Let's see how the Xbox fight goes for Shmayd. Definitely a fun fight, even casually. Looks pretty clean. Yeah. Ooh, that's a tight health total, but yeah, could have been a lot scarier.
Warning, no entry.
Pretty clean Xbox fight.
Warning, no entry without authorization.
Now we get to see the truth of the station.
Warning, no entry
See
without authorization.
any fancy things.
Warning, no entry without authorization.
See how fancy Shmayd is with the Metroids.
Warning, no entry without authorization.
Nice lineup. Let's see how. So now you have 1 minute to escape this part of the lab, but that's not a serious time constraint at all. So off go the Metroids, being collided into who knows what. As Flash is finishing up the wave beam Corax. This is the first dialogue with Adam. So see how it goes. It's like everyone is like Flash's turn to see the Metroids. Get the 1 minute escape time. For once, it's not Adam talking, it's just Samus talking to the camera. Up to another boss fight. Again, remember how I mentioned you have to not kill enemies to leave things alive? It's another instance of that. Yeah. Zero beams! Nice claim! You'll do it. Here's the Ridley statue. That surprise is not actually a statue. And unlike in Zero Mission, the claws actually have a hitbox. So quite good. And you got grabbed and mixed. Okay, so that's the end of the Ridley fight. Now, we're in the home stretch for Shmayd. It's essentially just go to the first place you went to in the game and then go back to where you started the game. Another high five. See how the Ridley fight goes for Flash. Nice zero beam, so they both got zero beams there. There's Ridley shooting fireballs, something that I didn't notice against Shmayd. My Flash managed to not get grabbed, so I've been reliably informed that doubles with diffusion are basically impossible. So. Interesting question, is Shmayd going to PB? Find out. Thank you, yeah. I had to cover on short notice, but it seems to have gone over fairly well, so. Yeah. Guess it's probably not going to be a PB, but I guess it's not impossible. So. Okay. Again, more gapping. So. And this is another reminder, if you haven't, drink some water. Especially if you've been talking for the past, hour and 15 minutes. Water's good for you. See if Flash can make it to the navigation room before looking close, but unlikely. Flash is not quite going to be able to catch up to the navigation room. Just behind. Does coffee count? Not really, no. I think you don't want to be drinking coffee, so now Flash gets to... The annoying thing is that mashing in this game is actually somewhat rhythmic. It's not just get as fast as possible, there's a rhythm to it, so you can't just zone out, take a mental break. But... So Shmayd's now heading to the navigation room while Flash is waiting for Adam to let him go. Also, I mean, depending where you are, I wouldn't recommend drinking caffeine this late. Like, I've stopped drinking caffeine after 2, and it really helped my sleep schedule. Up to the navigation room, where the last time for nothing to go wrong... This isn't the last time that nothing goes wrong. So, comes the SAF spot. Nice, clean, quick kill. You can get stuck in this loop, and... First phase, now the second phase again. See if Shmayd gets the most cursed tornado fight in the game. Not perfect, but not bad. Last Core X, which decides to not leave. Here's the navigation, and Shmayd is guaranteed to be finishing within 3 minutes. So. Enjoy the classic Metroid escape theme. So, here we go. See if Shmayd goes for Pogo. Fun. Flash seems to be getting the quick kill. Oh, okay, good. See if he gets the second part of the quick kill. Is this the good, perfect low fight? It looks like it. Nice low high. But no pogo. It's like a 5 out of 10. Well, it's very lucky that Shmayd had full health there because it got put to 1. So. See if the final
2 minutes to destination.
Final quick kill seems to be going off flawlessly. To unlock the Omega, and there we go. So start inviting people in for a quick interview. And now, see if Shmayd hops in an interview. Okay, you're gonna skip the interview? So. GG. It was definitely fun to watch. Now let's see. GG Shmayd. Congrats on the win.
2 minutes to destination.
And it looks like Flash is getting the quick kills. So send the invite to Flash. GG. See if getting joined. Flash. Really close race. Hello.
Hello.
So, how did that go?
It felt good. It felt really good.
And then there was a second true Shine Spark.
Oh yeah, that was quite the. You know, I'm gonna lie and say I was paying homage to Varia, but no, that was just pure misplay right there. That's what that was. What a wonderful time.
Yeah. So Shmayd also missed the Shine Spark, but he went upright instead of up.
Oh really? Okay, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. No, it's
Wow.
definitely a moment. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also seemed like there's fairly good RNG for I-beams. So.
I think so.
Okay.
It felt that way. I think the Yakuza, the space jump boss, was a little annoying because I was kind of banking on the RNG to be a little better there because I felt like my pace at space jump was pretty good. Yeah, it was actually. It was only 10 seconds behind, so I was praying that I got a good bit of luck. But me and that boss go way back, so I had a feeling.
Yeah. So it goes. Yeah. No, but then the Shmayd had some god tier Idor RNG. If you saw that, it was just a lot of zeros. So.
A lot of zeros, huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well.
Although he threw one with the emergency and Franker Z, he got one Idor there and then missed the charge shot. So.
Oh, okay. Dang.
And then got 4 more. So it's maximally punished.
Yeah. I feel bad for him for that. That would definitely tilt me for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything else you want to say about the race? Or?
A few things. One, first of all, thank you for coming in and commentating this race. Really appreciate your help there. That means a lot. So thank you very much. I did notice that Shmayd wasn't going to join the voice. Yeah. That's fine. Shmayd, good game to you. Also, if in case anyone was wondering, right, I had a little bit of a freak out in Sector 3 when I got super missiles. Flashfrost, his sum of best is finally 112. That's what that was. That was a goal that got my sum of best at a 112. So I'm feeling really good, even though the race was a loss. That was one of my better races on a tournament ever. So I'm feeling really good. So.
Oh, congratulations! Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Always nice to do that.
Yeah. But all in all, no, GG's to Shmayd, and appreciate you commentating. Appreciate everyone else in the chat. And I don't know who won the race between Radley and Greggy, but good game to whoever won that. And yeah, go Fusion.
Yeah, I don't know who won either, so I was busy doing some other things at the time. So yeah, but no, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, okay. Thank you all, and again, for watching. And again, if you want to commentate, join the Fusion Discord server. We're looking for commentators.
Please do.
Yeah. So. Okay. I think that's all. Do you have any last shout-outs before I hit the episode finish button?
For anyone who is not a regular on the community and you're still interested, follow all the speed gaming channels because there are going to be a lot of races over the next month or so in this tournament. If you want to watch a lot of other people race, do be sure to do that and join the Discord for more schedule information. All right. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice sign off. Enjoy the rest of your night. Goodbye.